Hi seniors, this is a little bit different because the pages I've assigned you are not exactly necessarily all grammar pages. They're toward the end of the book and they have to do with composition. We're going to talk a little bit here about revising and editing. When I gave you the 4 steps of writing at the beginning of the year, one of those steps I'm calling revisions. And if you'll remember, I said that sometimes people will say there are 5 steps in the writing process. I've said that sometimes in the past. I decided to simplify it for my own reference. But in your book, they divided revising and editing into 2 steps. And revising typically means composition work, such as adding or taking away ideas or details or examples, putting things in a more logical or effective order, changing how things are said to make the meaning clearer or to make writing flow better, or adding transition words. Those are some things that we can do when we are revising. And you will have a couple of exercises where you have to revise a paragraph. Now in this case, I'm not asking you to put numbers there because this is a book exercise. This is not one of my writing process steps that we're doing. And so I want you to just follow the directions that are in the book. We will do the first page together where we will revise a paragraph together, and then there will be another paragraph for you to revise on your own using kind of the same thoughts and processes as we use on the first page. Editing has to do with mechanics, punctuation, spelling, grammar, and proper word usage, what I call conventions when I'm talking about the 6 traits of writing. That last one is conventions. And also sentence fluency, I guess, would fit into that. Fixing a run-on sentence is sort of a mechanical thing in writing. There is a page for you to do 10 sentences. We'll do half of those sentences together. And then after that, there is a paragraph for you to edit. And we will be using proofreading marks. They will be appearing on that page, and you will see how to do switching the order of 2 words, or adding a letter, or taking away a word, or whatever. All those things are on those proofreading marks, and those proofreading marks are used in the publishing industry to indicate where writing needs to be corrected or improved. I have edited books for 4 writers that have been published, and one of the main things that I do is this right here, proofreading, using proofreading marks. I also do other kinds of editing for writers where I suggest revisions that they might do, that maybe I don't understand something and it needs to be explained more or something like that. So it's not only in grammar class, it's also in the publishing industry. The reason you usually pick up a book, a good book by a reputable publisher, and you don't find any, or maybe only 1 or 2 tiny errors in it, is because it has been proofread and revised probably multiple times. I remember I worked at a copywriting place, and before any ad or even billboard or anything like that, anything left our office, it had to be proofread by 2 different people who were not involved in that project. So proofreading is a very important thing because writing is about communication, and we need to make sure that when we write, we communicate. So that's this, and then there will be a paragraph to edit. So, and I'll get you started on that, and then you can do the rest of it. The other pages have to do with paragraph building. And paragraphs are typically made of a topic sentence and several supporting sentences. The supporting details in a paragraph may be organized in different orders. Okay, Yes, you will have to write 2 paragraphs. We'll do one of them together, and then you do the other one yourself. Actually, there are 3 in the book, and the last one I'm not going to have you do because it's long, and we have an actual writing assignment we need to do after this. Anyway, chronological order just means what came first and then second and then third. It's the usual order we tell stories in. Cause and effect order has to do with what caused what. So let's see. A disturbance in the ocean caused a hurricane, which caused winds and rain to come to Honduras, which caused a lot of destruction, which caused people's homes to be lost and people to be lost. So there's like causes and effect that happened. It's a little bit more focused than just chronological order. Spatial order is usually for describing places. So if I were to describe my farm here, I might walk you through coming in the front gate and go around counterclockwise and then end up in the middle where our house is. But not sure. But anyway, that would be one way to do it in spatial order, or maybe left to right, top to bottom, things like that. Compare, contrast order. So there are a couple of ways to do that. You can write all the things they have in common, these different things have in common, and then all the things they have different. Or you can go back and forth and say, it's alike in this way, but not in this way. It's alike in this way, but not in this way. And those would be compare, contrast orders. Classification. So if I were going to write a paragraph about the different types of video games, I would have a topic sentence about video games, and then I would classify these are the types, this and this and this, and maybe give an example of each one. Process, step-by-step things like, we already did a step-by-step paper. So the process organizing we used for that. Exemplification is a fancy way of saying examples. So I'm going to give you examples of all of this. So there's a topic sentence and then examples. For example, this could be a topic sentence. Paragraphs are typically made of a topic sentence and several supporting sentences. The supporting details in a paragraph may be organized in different orders. And here we have, instead of having an actual paragraph, I made a list. But you could write that out in a paragraph, and that would be the exemplification organization. Argumentative is when you make an assertion, like birds aren't real. There's a funny thing going around right now where people are saying that birds aren't real. They're actually surveillance robots. I don't know. It's silly. But you could say birds aren't real, and you could give several reasons why you believe birds aren't real. And that would be an argumentative organization. We're only going to be working with a couple of these different methods and the exercises in the book. But as you go into writing essays, think about how you're going to be organizing your essay. Your essay should not be written in random order with different sentences that have no connection to the previous sentence, and because that confuses your reader, which usually is yours truly. So hopefully this will help you kind of focus and get ready to do these exercises in your book. And I really don't have anything else to say about this, so happy writing.